Hey Cancer, Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch a storyline on this reading, check your other major placements. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button because it helps other people find my channel. Yeah, it helps other people find my channel and it makes me very happy. Those are two pretty good reasons, I think. We're starting off with an intuitive vibe from my Oracle decks, the Moonology mixed with the Work Your Light. Then we're going to move to my newest deck by Welz-Stein. She does the Oracle Mystical Moments, but she just came out with a Tarot Mystical Moments deck. It's very exciting, very beautiful, fun. Holy moly! Well, I say, what is going on here? Okay, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep, deep, deep changes. You are not the person you were a year ago. You may look like it to people that know you and love you, but you really are not. Something's changed very deep inside you. You are not who you were. You're healing old patterns. You are deeply loved through this healing and through this change that you've gone through. You're loved no matter, we all have inherent worth. And no matter who we are, no matter what our skill sets are, no matter how we change and how we grow, because if everybody has inherent worth, then you can change and grow in a myriad of ways, and you will always have that same inherent worth as if you were born as the person you changed into. So, so you are deeply loved no matter who you are. You are, well, you can be harder to love, but your cells love you. Not you in particular, but we can do things that make it difficult for people to love us, but our inherent worth is always the same no matter what we do. So, but you have changed quite a bit. It's been an extraordinary year for you and you feel different. And it's time to take action. Now is the time. We have a time, the word time shows up here. This is a new moon in Aries. Start something. It's time for you to start something. Get something going. Get something moving. My Gemini or my Cancers don't always aren't always the movers and the shakers, but this is time to get moving and get shaken. You've changed. You're a different person. Bring it. It's time to take action. And then you also got a full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Something exciting is going to happen. Take some action because you're going to create some excitement, some thrill. Something very exciting is about to happen as you take action, and prosperity lies ahead. What are you doing, Cancer? What are you getting up to here? This sounds very exciting. I went along for this ride. This sounds very exciting. Actually, that's what I was thinking as I was shuffling your cards just before I turned on the camera. Was like, what kind of ride are we going on today with Cancer? What have we got? This sounds so exciting. You got a new moon in Aries, a full moon in Aries, and typically I feel like Cancer and Aries are oil and water, but you are embodying that Aries energy, that liveliness, that moving, not that you aren't usually, but that movement, that forward motion, and it's going someplace really great. Fiery climax and prosperity. Get it. It's time for you to go. Get moving. You got a new dream, a different dream, it looks like. You changed, you're different. Maybe you tried something in the past and it didn't work out, but you've changed and you've grown and now you can do it. Now you're going to take some action. It's going to be exciting and you're probably going to make some money in it. So that sounds awesome. Whoa. All right, Cancer, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Oh, my shoulders got tight all of a sudden. Probably not all of a sudden, probably gradually throughout the day, but I noticed it all of a sudden. Your to-do list and your possible outcome. All right. Very exciting so far. Ooh, balancing out some skills, hoping for a new start. Yeah, you are. And not being able to quite plumb the mysteries of what's going on right now. That's our overall That's the overall gist here. In your recent past, you have 10 of Pentacles. This talks to me, this is prosperity, right? This is the maximum prosperity, but this is in your recent past. So this might talk to me, this might be about ancestry, family of origin topics, inherited beliefs, inherited wealth, inherited values. Maybe this is what you've been healing from and what you've changed from. I mean, not that everyone's got shitty family of origin issues, but family of origins are often made out of people. People tend to be imperfect and scarring. So perhaps you're healing from something like that. But this is talking about, this 10 of Pentacles deals with deep family issues, wealth issues, growth, a steadiness, a sturdiness. Damn, I love this card. It's so beautiful. Look at that, 10 rings here representing the 10 pentacles, the growth, the work that this tree put into each and every, it came naturally, but still, it was work. It pulled up nutrients. It photosynthesized sunshine. It was working both ends of the tree, right? The leaves and the roots were hard at work building this, building. This talks about inheritance. This talks about building wealth for inheritance. This could be a dream that you've been having, or this could be about inheritance of some kind. That's how I usually see it. It's that 10 of Pentacles, something that's so solid that it gets passed through the generations. So family of origin issues, inheritance, this could be wealth, this could be having worked very hard for something. So that in your recent past. Your current situation is justice. Some sort of fairness coming in here. This can be sort of a karmic idea of what we've done before, seeing the results, seeing the consequences of actions and values that we've had before. Let me see here, what else? Oh, and thinking about how our action, right? Because we're also looking in the recent past, we have sort of this deep past issues, and this justice may have been righting those inherited wrongs, or righting the wrongs of the past, this transformation, changing some sort of situation, some sort of maybe family situation, righting some wrongs, balancing the scales of justice. But justice also has to deal with what we're dealing with right now, thinking about where you're at right now and how you want to move into the future. So this is not, justice deals with the means, not just the end, right? Does the end justify any means? Is it okay if what you want is so righteous, you're so sure about it? Does it justify any kind of behavior to get there, right? Justification. Are we justifying how we get to what we want, or are we thinking about matters of integrity? Because those integrity matters, they tend to be the karmic issue of things coming back to bite us, things coming back to consequences of those actions. Getting what we want, that's a very clear consequence that we can see. What's hidden underneath that is the consequences of how we got there. And those tend to come later and be in a different form. So maybe your family was very successful. Maybe you've been very successful in the past, and now you're having to deal with the questions of how did you get here? What did you do? And maybe those scales are being righted. Or, and righted as in maybe you behaved very well, and the scales of what you didn't get or whatever are coming back into balance. So justice, truth coming in here, things getting balanced out, things getting evened out, some sort of karma coming in here. Karma tends to be, in my opinion, just natural longer term consequences of our patterns of behavior. So you're in your inner landscape, what you're hoping for, what you'd like. The Fool card. Well, this Fool card. She's in a rose garden, which I deeply appreciate. And she's got some sort of communication, some sort of inspiration, some ideas. She's going down this path, and okay, maybe there might be an alligator here. There might be some dangers, sure. But you know what? I want to go. I want to take a risk. I want to take a chance on this. So there's something you're looking for a new beginning. This is like a really big, it's a major arcana, right? So we're talking about a really big new beginning, or something, starting a new project, starting a new career possibly. Because, I mean, you've changed so much and it's time to take action. Whew. Yeah, and boy, do you want to. You're dreaming of it. But you could be, this is hope's, fears, inner landscape. You know, you could be really afraid of what lies ahead. It looks like it's an alligator. Could just be a path, though. Could just be some sort of interesting thing to do. So you're wanting to make a leap of faith, wanting to head off in a very different direction than where you've been. And you're looking to that, and you're looking for the opportunity for that. Because maybe you don't like where you've been, or something about this justice card coming in here has you thinking about a new beginning, starting anew. Maybe you don't like what you did. Maybe you don't like who you've been or how you've been, and you want to start anew, and you want to you want to change somehow. You want to transform somehow. In your, what's that issue here? Is the moon reversed. So the moon in the upright is usually talking about intuition, some sort of wild, intuitive part of ourselves that we don't necessarily understand, but yet it guides us and leads us. This could be some sort of wild part of yourself that you don't understand that's tripping you up. This is dealing with subconscious issues. There could be some pretty deep subconscious issues going on here that are tripping you up or causing you to have some fear, or maybe went into your motivations in the past, and in how you behaved in the past and who you were in the past. This could also be about just not being able to quite plumb what's going on, not being able to quite see what's going on, or not being able to quite understand the issues at play here, and even your own personal issues. Like, I don't know why I want to do this. I don't know, why I'm headed off in this direction. In your environment, you have Six of Pentacles. So this Pentacles usually has to do with money or work or time expenditures. So there's sort of like a little bit for you, a little bit for me, a little bit for you, a little bit for me. But the Six of Pentacles usually, to me, talks about the flow and asks a question. It's more of a card of asking a question. So there's something in your environment that's talking about the flow of wealth. I mean, we have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Six of Pentacles here, we have the Two of Pentacles. So we're dealing with some kind of wealth. We're also talking about prosperity lies ahead. So, we're clearly dealing with issues of prosperity, issues of time and money expenditures, and how to manage all of this. So there could be some money management issues going on here, or this is really talking about the flow. Again, we have the scales here, though. That's really interesting. And then they show up in a different form later in this Two of Pentacles. So we have sort of the scales here too, of some sort of balance, some sort of flow. Something feels a little out of balance to you in your environment. There's not a good flow. There might be like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But the Six of Pentacles really brings up the topic to me of how do things flow? Are things flowing like I fill your cup first, then I fill your cup. Then life comes through here and fills your cup and then fills your cup. Or some sort of balancing act out here. There's lots of balancing acts going on in this reading. And this dragon is reminding me of this Fool. Like, it's like you want to start off on something, but there's some sort of subconscious issue that you can't see. Some sort of, or not just you, but some issue here that you haven't been able to quite understand what it's about. And maybe that's what's keeping you from heading out in this new direction, which you do need to do now. It's time to take action. But that moon in reverse, that octopus seemed to be a close cousin to this alligator, as far as like something lies beneath the surface that's a little bit frightening for you, or a little bit maybe part of the fear and anticipation you're experiencing as you contemplate a new beginning. Anyway, back to your environment, Six of Pentacles. So there's like, are we bean counting? Are we flowing? How is our time and money being distributed? Is it very rigid, or is it out of balance? Is it flowing? So there's something in your environment that might be bringing things into a little bit more balance for you, or talking about, or at least raising questions about how do you flow? How does your money flow, or does it at all? or how are you allocating your funds? What's your budget look like? There's an intentionality here, and we can have the intention to have things flow, your teacup first, then your teacup, or to have things like one drop for you, one drop for you, one drop for you. So we have choices here about how this is flowing. So something in your environment is talking about the flow of resources and how they're being allotted. Your to-do list, oh yeah, you want this new beginning? Take it. Ace of Cups, new emotional beginning. Look at all this light being released, this beautiful emotional intention, the satisfying intention of, you know, it's almost like the doves being released at the wedding, the beginning of something, and this sort of beautiful intention being begun and out into the world, has entered into the crown. You understand there's a brand new emotional beginning here, a brand new beginning, either in relationship or in relationship to something else. But you're getting a new beginning here. I think you bring the new beginning. I think you start something. It's time to take action. It's time to start something with these purest of intentions here, pure intentions and joy. And so you've changed, you're different. You've been eyeing this new beginning for a while, and it's really time to start to begin it. It's time to begin. And then where you're going, Two of Pentacles, you're going to be juggling some time, some money. I mean, this is talking about that flow, and this is saying that it might be a little bit precarious for you. This is, again, another balancing out card, but like this Justice card, like the Six of Pentacles card, this is about balancing your time. It's not always perfect. The Justice brings in some nice, perfect, something fair, possibly something you've worked for that you're now achieving, you're now getting the results of. But the Two of Pentacles is like, the Two of Pentacles, that we don't combine the two pentacles. They have to remain separate, and we do have quite a juggling act. It's a little bit precarious. You could fall down, so you might have a lot to juggle, a lot on your plate, a lot of issues to deal with. I always think of this as a work-life balance, having to balance two different things, two different sets of expectations. You know, when you were in school and each of your teachers assigned homework as if they were the only teacher assigning homework, and as if you didn't have 6 other classes also believing that an hour of homework, that's no big deal. You should be doing about an hour of homework, not realizing that 6 classes, each assigning, probably 4 of them assigning, that's still 4 hours of homework after spending, 6 hours at school. What? Really? 10 hours? What are we doing here? So it's parts of our lives that have an expectation for our full attention and for our full best efforts, and trying to juggle that and trying to figure out how to do that and how to make that happen. So that's where you're going. If you want to start something new, it might have to be on top of what you already have going. It doesn't look like you get to drop anything. It looks like, and you're already thinking about allocations of time and money. That's already an issue here. So you could, as you begin this thing, you could end up with more on your plate. You're going to be able to handle it, but it is going to be a little bit tricky. That's what that Two of Pentacles is. You can handle these this variety of expectations. You're going to be able to achieve moments of balance here, but it could be a little tricky having to combine all these expectations, and everything you're participating in expects your full attention, so it can be a little bit challenging to bring that to multiple items. And it looks like you're adding something in, but it's going to be awesome. It's time for you to do it. It's going to be really cool. And it's going to bring you wealth, success. All right. Oh, I haven't seen this card in ages. What happened to you? Where have you been? Looks to me like a celebrated new beginning. The divine plan is always happening. Even if it appears to be going backwards at an alarming rate, do not give in to doubt. Do not dispense with trust. The ocean appears to pull back in order to build another wave that will soon reach the shore. So it is with the unfolding of life and the mysterious workings of grace. Trust unconditionally and celebrate. All right. Ooh, and then this one I see all the time. I love this one. Unique. Uniquely you. The more we are willing to become authentic rather than conventional, the more we will need to eschew conditioning in favor of aliveness. Be willing to run the risk of being authentic so that you can live your heart and experience real joy. Okay. Well, Cancer, thank you so much for watching, and Happy New Year.